Most people think loving to be alone means something is wrong with you. But psychology says something far more disturbing. What if the people who enjoy being alone are actually the most mentally dangerous ones in the room? Let me ask you something personal. When everyone cancels plans, do you feel lonely or secretly relieved? Here's the contradiction nobody talks about. The world is terrified of silence, but the strongest minds are built inside it. And here's a truth you should hear early. The person who can sit alone without distraction is the person who can control their future. From the outside, people who love being alone look strange. They skip parties. They don't text back fast. They disappear for days, sometimes weeks. Society labels them quickly: antisocial, awkward, emotionally distant. But psychology sees something else entirely. First, let's kill the biggest lie. Being alone is not loneliness. Loneliness is pain. Solitude is choice. Lonely people crave noise to escape themselves. People who love solitude are comfortable facing their own thoughts. That alone puts them in a rare psychological category. People who enjoy being alone think differently. Their minds don't rush. They don't need constant stimulation. Instead of reacting, they reflect. While others scroll, talk, and distract themselves, these people process. They replay conversations, analyze patterns, question motives. This is why they often seem quiet. Their brain is busy doing what most people avoid. Here's something uncomfortable. People who love being alone usually don't depend emotionally on others. They don't panic when texts go unanswered. They don't chase validation. They don't fear silence. Psychology calls this internal emotional regulation. In simple words, they don't need you to feel okay, and that makes them powerful. Here's the weird part. Their independence makes others nervous, because when someone doesn't need you, you can't control them. You can't manipulate them with attention. You can't hook them with approval. People who enjoy solitude are harder to influence and harder to predict. That's why they're misunderstood. Solitude creates self-awareness. When you're alone, there's nowhere to hide, no distractions, no masks. People who love being alone know their flaws intimately. They've faced boredom, fear, insecurity, and survived it. That builds psychological resilience most people never develop. Ever notice how most breakthroughs happen alone? Writing, planning, building something meaningful. The brain needs quiet to connect ideas deeply. That's why people who love solitude often become creators, thinkers, strategists. They don't just consume the world, they shape it. These people don't hate humans, they hate shallow interaction. Small talk drains them. Meaningless drama exhausts them. They'd rather have one deep conversation than 100 surface-level connections. Quality over quantity, always. But let's be honest, solitude has a shadow. Too much isolation can harden the heart, detach empathy, build emotional walls. People who love being alone must consciously choose connection or risk drifting too far inward. Even strength needs balance. Here's why many high performers love being alone. Focus, no distractions, no noise, no constant emotional interruptions. While others react to life, they design it. That's why entrepreneurs, artists, thinkers, and leaders often crave solitude. It's not loneliness, it's leverage. If this video feels personal, it's probably because you recognize yourself. You're not broken, you're not weird, you're wired differently. Your mind doesn't fear silence, it uses it. The world will try to pull you into noise, into chaos, into constant distraction. But remember this, solitude is not weakness, it's where clarity is born. Learn to sit alone, think deeply, choose intentionally. Because the people who master their inner world eventually control their outer one. And if this story made you feel something, subscribe.
more life-changing psychology stories are coming.